Some of this fucking solid gold.
That'll
on the
do it.
internet.
We're panning. We're getting big gold nugs here. Big nugs.
Am I on the phone? I feel like I'm over a little bit.
If you've moved, possibly. But if you haven't moved, then you would have been good. Now you're.
You ready for this?
Yeah, you're fine.
This is party foul on the thing, but I'm going to show you this picture because I'm very excited. That is a picture I took of my TV last night. FSU scores to win. You see I mean, you can barely fucking see. It's like Where's Waldo grainy.
Is that it?
No, that's good though. That's the kid right next to him. The kid in the black shirt is his buddy Carter, whose parents house I was at. Jack is turned back. So there's the redhead kid. That's his buddy Alex.
Oh my God, dude. Is that one?
Yeah, that's him turned back, looking at whoever.
There's almost I might as well be hunting for Sasquatch. There are pictures of Sasquatch that are better quality than this.
I was
Right
excited
there,
because I
turn
was
around.
like, well, because I'm like, listen, when there's a big touchdown and it's a big score, like a big team, then they always put the camera on the student section. I'm like, it's not that big. It's like, maybe, I don't know, it's 1,000 kids, 2,000 kids. So
But you knew who was at the game, and
I knew he was at the game. He goes to all the games.
really,
Yeah, but so you get like it's a lottery because they can't have every kid in the school go to every game,
Yes.
right? So you have to put in like each week to say I want to go to the game, and how they decide that is it's a combination. There's two sets of criteria. One is there's like a straight up pull, like freshmen get one slot. You know how they do the NBA
Yeah.
lottery, like the worst team. Well, the NBA lottery is like the worst.
yeah, like the draft. I know that too.
Like the draft, the worst NBA team gets 32 balls. It's 32. I don't know that there's 32 teams, but the worst team gets 32 balls in there.
Okay.
The best team gets one ball. And then they let it go. And sometimes the best team gets the first pick, and you're like, that's fucking so bullshit. The NFL doesn't do that. You're the worst team, you get the best pick. The lottery, they're like, maybe? You really sucked. You have a 79% chance of getting the first pick. You have a 100% chance of getting the first 32 picks.
Right.
First pick in 32. So how they do the lottery is, if you're a freshman, you get one ball in. Sophomore, junior, senior, 2, 3, 4. He's in the honors program. God damn it, my nose just started running.
All that Colombian sweet and low
Sugar. And he gets 4 pulls as a freshman because he's in the honors program. But also, you up your priority by going to other shit, like other games, because nobody goes to the girls' volleyball game.
It's like a social scoring system.
It is.
I've heard about this.
Well, they
In
want
China.
no. They want the most rabid fans to be at the big games.
Yes,
For
the
the
most
football games.
rabid fans.
The football is the
to
biggest
be
thing.
a citizen. The
be a
most
citizen.
rabid citizens, huh?
I see you have only attended 2 volleyball games.
Do you even love your country?
Take her away.
Do you even love your school? I thought you loved to be here. Amongst the other fun.
Oh, we just went from China to Germany.
I know, but
Very
it's
quickly.
it feels like a German thing too, right?
No, I like the system, and he's actually doing it. He goes to the volleyball games, and he went to a soccer game. He's like, dude, I'm gonna get tickets for all these games because some of the games are big. Like FSU plays University of Florida every year.
Yeah.
That'll be a tough ticket to get. We're going away to. This will be the first year that I'm not flying with both my kids up to Massachusetts for Thanksgiving.
Are they coming down here?
No, we're going up, but Jack is up in Tallahassee, so he's going to drive himself to Jacksonville and fly solo.
Wow.
Me and Benny probably going to fly from Tampa, but I'm talking tough now. Like, we're just going to do Sarasota. It's just so much more money. You know what I mean?
It is more money, but it's it was a lot less stressful. So it's like, what's that word?
I try and think about I think the word you're looking for is convenience.
Which lends to stress, right?
I feel like
Less stressful.
I look at it and
convenient.
I go, what is the difference? Is it an hour drive to Tampa each way instead of
Yeah, and then also like
half an hour to Sarasota?
right, and like the fee for your car and everything.
Fee for the car is more in Tampa. I mean, I'm gonna park my car and leave it. I always do. I always think I'll have this other plan, and it's like I'm not putting someone out around Thanksgiving. Anyway, all of that to say, he is coming back earlier than us because because the Florida State University of Florida game is that weekend after Thanksgiving. He's like, dude, I want to be there for that game. That will be crazy,
Man, you know
campus.
what? Being a football lover would make college so much fun.
Oh yeah.
It would make college so much fun because you know me, one of the biggest footballer fans you've ever met, huh?
Now, if they could find a way to anime,
If you can find a way to shut up, dude. Because when I went to UCF, like obviously they had games. The football team wasn't that good yet. I mean, they're obviously a little bit better.
they're like getting onto that first tier though. They are.
Yeah, but when I was there, it was before that, right? and they were like one of the laughable teams. And
What are they? The Golden Knights?
yeah, the Golden Knights.
The Golden
and they're
Knights.
like, I'm pretty sure it's the
Take it easy. You're in Orlando, okay? Golden. Let's just go with Knights.
Just maybe that was a. But you
And
know
every
what,
year they get a call. You sure you don't want to be the Mickey Mouses? We'll pay you $11 million. We're sticking with Golden Knights. Fuck you, Mickey.
yeah, right. Nobody says "fuck you" to me. Nobody.
When my idea of like Disney's dominance and like what they will do to I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like
That's me, dude. I'm just
No,
tip
I
tapping
don't-
around.
we've never had this problem before.
We've
Now
never
it's
had
like,
this problem
I feel like the
before.
quarters are on my throat and you're stepping on it. When I first moved in,
all the time.
yeah. No, I see that little quarter on your neck. He's so cute. I had this really nice. The first place that I lived when I moved here. You probably don't remember, but there was a really nice queen palm. Those are the queen palms. Those are those nice smooth ones. Mm-hmm. It was super tall and super straight, and it was like straight up. And my neighbor kept every once in a while he would tell me, he's looking at it, like, you could sell that to Disney for probably like $10,000. I was like, really? I'm like hours from Disney. There's like 1 billion palm trees between here and there.
Yeah, why would they come down here for this?
Why would they come down? But they would give me $10,000, and I was like,
Did you?
what's the number? Can I just call? I would call Disney World. When I'd go to Disney World, I'd be like, I'll have nachos and a Coke. Who's the palm tree guy? Can I get someone to wait?
What is this like weird lore of palm trees?
Well, Disney just wants to have everything done up to the tits.
I guess so. Oh shit! I could have given him this.
Sorry, dude. That was totally unprofessional.
Fucking rude, dude.
My balls just felt like they needed washing, and I just couldn't wait any longer.
I thought we had a really funny thing going.
I totally ruined the whole.
Wait, what were you saying right before you left?
Um,
Oh yeah, so this palm tree, I've never heard about this because there's all kinds of like weird, interesting things when it comes to Disney. Like there used to be a Disney store in the mall,
what mall?
the Sarasota Square Mall.
Okay.
I think you've been here long enough for the.
Oh yeah,
to
it's
remember.
post-apocalyptic now. There's like trees growing and shit. There's
I know
zombies.
they want to. Have you seen like the plans?
If anyone ever went there, they would be attacked by a zombie, but nobody goes there. Just zombies like.
even the zombies like, come on, make malls.
Coffee break. No fucking work today. Keep busy.
They're the ones that are trying to keep malls afloat at all.
There's one of those asshole zombies that's always up, and he's like, "They'll be coming." Oh, fuck that guy.
Well, there used to be a Disney store in
Used
the
to
mall,
be a Disney store.
and there was a.
used to
It
be.
used to be there, and there was a game everyone would play because there was in the very back of the store, the back wall had a bunch of like TVs on it, and the lore is that their staff is so good at everybody that comes in. Hey, how you doing? And like, can I help you? That the game is to sneak all the way to the back of the store, touch the TVs, and come out
Without anyone.
without anyone stopping you and being like,
That's weird.
Hey, how you doing? But and it wasn't just. It was like everybody knew about this game, but there's all these like weird little things. Like, so is there really somebody you can call and be like, hey, I got this long, smooth, hard, straight. I mean, straight up and down
It was a picture
Palm tree.
perfect palm tree.
Yeah,
It was
pivot-
picture perfect.
palm tree. How much you willing to pay for it, Mr.
Because
Mouse?
Disney's gonna put up like the Pirates of fucking Caribbean 2, whatever. You don't ever go to Disney and see like
You
two
think they
pieces
cast-
of wood holding a tree up.
You think they cast the trees the way they cast like actors? They just
The
have
dude
like a
with
bunch of. They have like a bunch of shot like pictures
There's a dude with a scarf at Spago. Do you know who the fuck I am? I'm the fucking tree guy at Disney.
Tree talent, right
Disney
here.
World, not fucking Disneyland. Disney World.
That's right.
They do have deep pockets, man. You ever go to?
Tree talent.
When's the last time that you went out to like the Disney area? You went when you were a kid, probably at least a few times.
I've been a few times.
That little
last time I
downtown
went out-
Disney area with the big Lego store is what I was talking about specifically.
No,
Long time.
I've never been to the Lego store.
You never been to the Lego store?
No.
It's in like they've called it different things, but I think it's called Downtown Disney right now, and it's like they have like all the parks, and then downtown.
Was it like City Walk or something like that?
something like that, right? It's like restaurants and shit, but they have a Lego store. The Lego store is fucking awesome, dude. They have a sea serpent made out of Legos in the water. I can't even tell you how many fucking. It's impressive to me.
Yeah, it is.
Do you ever go to
impressive.
Legoland?
No, never.
Oh,
been
you'll
either.
take these guys to Legoland. You got to. It's literally the coolest thing about it is it's just low tech. It's fucking literally you're like, that is a fucking space shuttle, and a whole like situation that a space shuttle would launch for made out of Legos. And every 30 minutes they make the noise, ksh, and the thing goes up in the air like 15 feet or whatever, dude. You couldn't lift that thing. If that thing fell on you, you're dead.
Yeah.
And it's made out of Legos. They have like, every building you can think of, just shit that you wouldn't have thought of, and you're like, I fucking love that. Who doesn't love Legos? You go to the Lego
about
store.
Legos?
In the Lego store, I'm a guy that I loved Legos when I was a kid. I've lost some girlfriends because of my Lego obsession. You know what I mean? It was like, it's either me or the Legos. And I'm like,
Now
I'm not
the
even
girls are
listening.
coming back around with the Lego flowers.
Oh, they're coming
Have you
back
seen
around.
that?
No.
They have these like little. It's like a puzzle kit that you buy, and when you put it all together, it's like it'll be a flower, but it's Legos, and women are into them.
I was a little darker, like kinky, like Lego sex toys and
Lego dildo.
Let me insert that. Hold on, when I finish this Lego thing, I'm gonna insert it. That's a weird
Usable.
combo.
And usable.
No, so you go to the Lego store. I would buy for my kids for Christmas. Like you can go onto like eBay and buy just like a pound of someone's fucking Legos. Like you could tell they're people that are so sick of Legos. They got like 9 kids. They
And
just
they're, like,
sweep
gonna
up 2 pounds of Legos, and they literally. I got several different variations of it. Some people would put them in a baggie and put that in the mailer. Some people would just sweep them up and just dump it in. I'd be like, what is this shit in here? My wife would be like, we gotta wash all these, whatever. And I'm like, you're not gonna wash the fucking Legos. She'd take them in a strainer and like wash them. And but you get like
You
2
never know.
pounds.
She could have prevented you from like roaches or all kinds of stuff. You never know, man. You never know. That was very smart
true.
thing to do.
That's true. But we had this little Lego table,
Yeah.
okay? And I know this guy's a little young, but senior junior is getting to that age where he probably would love the shit out of some Legos. One of the coolest things you can get is one of those Lego tables where it's got the middle is like one of those big pads,
Yeah.
and you lift that up, and that's where you can store all the Legos. So at some point, though, because I was just buying bulk Legos, she was like,
I was really into moving bulk Legos.
what do? I'm a Lego broker. That's awesome. He's
I'm moving
He's-
Legos, point
he's
A,
big.
point B,
Hey.
that kind of shit.
Hey, little colored bricks. You need them.
What are you writing a fucking biography? Get the fuck out of here! Because that's the kind of
Why
shit.
is he
that's-
mad? Why is he mad?
Because that's the kind of shit that, like, if you start asking a mafia guy too many fucking questions, you're like, so what do you do for a living? I had little buttons on hats. What are you waiting to fucking autobiography? Get the
Hey,
fuck
why
out
is
of
this
here!
guy asking about the yellow ones? Get him the fuck out of here.
That's why I heard like if you start talking to a guy and you're asking him like, so what do you do for a living? Like, I've had a lot of jobs, little this, little that. And then if you ask, like, keep asking, they'll start being like, yeah, like, be like, little ends of shoelaces. Yeah, those. What the fuck is the matter? What do you want? And like, all right, dude, I get it. You killed people. Dude.
I don't think I've ever got into a conversation with a guy that was a mafia guy and asked him too many questions.
Well, I heard about it like on a maybe not a podcast, but like maybe it was a movie or something. But then like a few weeks after that, I was in the sauna and I was talking to this guy and asking him like, so what do you do for a living? And he's like, yeah, I work for myself, little hit, little this, little that. And I was like, all right, dude, I get it.
That's funny. That's all he said. And Isaiah's like, all right, I get it. Don't kill
And
me.
the guy's like, what?
No,
I own some businesses like car wash and stuff.
Run a pizza shop. Okay. Don't kill me.
Mafioso.
Gets out of the sauna. He's chained with a guy. He's like, "What do you do?" I don't want to. Oh my God, they're everywhere around here.
They're everywhere around here. But no, there was a way about how he did it. Because I did keep asking.
There are subtle things.
Because I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't, thinking about what I was doing to this guy, and I was just interested because now I'm got you in a conversation. I don't want it to like die down, and be awkward in the fucking sauna. So it's like,
no, you got to keep the energy up in the sauna.
Keep it up, buddies.
Yep.
Go in there, slap a couple asses, let them know who's boss.
Sarasota sauna. The median age is like 104. Just the lizard people. They're here.
They're here. They're in the sauna.
They're not trying to run the government. They're just trying to fucking heat their bodies with extra.
Get a nice sauna.
they run for government on sauna platform.
What do they get? The schwitz.
The schwitz, and a nice schwitz.
Nice schwitz.
Anyway, so didn't mean to interrupt. What were you saying?
What the hell were we talking about?
I know, right?
I was talking about Legos. I was just going to say, you go to the Lego store, you will take these guys to the Lego store at some point, and you'll be amazed and impressed that in the back wall of every Lego store, there's just like buckets of like yellow bricks, red bricks, blue.
To like replacements and stuff.
Yeah, like they have these plastic bins that are built into a wall, and they're like half moon fronts, and the top is open. You just reach it. You just get Legos by the pound. They have like deli plastic containers for like chicken salad, and they just have them. You can just buy a half pound, 2 pounds, whatever.
2 pounds.
You can sit there and just throw Legos into a thing. You could buy minifigures and like. It's just I'm like a Lego guy. I mean, to get him home, and I'm like, I don't know. My oldest is really big into Legos. Like the last couple of years before he went away to school, he was big into like, Dad, the White House. I want to do the White House or the fucking pyramid.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw those in his room.
Yeah, he was big on that. He did those. He'd come home, put on a podcast. He's a big podcast dude.
Really?
Yeah, absorbs. He just loves to. Both of them. They love to sit. There's this too. They're eating their cereal. And they're just walking around. I'm like, dude, you got it? Yeah. And they just say, okay, thanks for watching my video. And they're just like, what? What are you saying? What do you want, dude? Okay. I'll take out the trash.
Yeah, dude, you're interrupting.
And they're just, dude, the fridge is open. He's reaching for the milk. He can't take his eyes off. Where's the milk?
Where's the milk?
Pours it in the bowl, mostly in the bowl. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to fucking smash that phone. Then they're like, Dad, you're being ridiculous. And I'm like, it's a bit much, but he does watch a lot of podcasts, and he'll sit there, get a Lego whatever. After Christmas, there's always one set, and after Christmas, I know he's going to be gone for like 5 hours in his room, sitting there with his.
So he actually does them too, because it's funny. Adelaide will ask for a puzzle, and then he won't touch it.
Well, I mean, he's a little kid, but yeah, he loves his Lego set, and they always get put together like right away. It was a pain in the ass when we moved because he had all these wicked, annoyingly delicate things, and one of them stayed in a box. I put stuff in storage for like a month because I went from a much bigger place to a much smaller place.
Yeah, I'm about to do the same thing, dude. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. That's the big no.
Let's talk about that. No, we're just moving, man.
Yeah.
So,
you don't know exactly where yet.
Well, we're gonna go take a look at the place today when we're done here.
Okay.
So that could be it. And if it is it, then there's like this move-in.
It's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, there's like a move-in thing. Where like bonus, so we'll see how it goes. Which if into
like Alaska, we'll give you $10,000 to move here.
Which usually means it sucks. You know what I mean? That's typically they don't do that for a place where everyone wants to be. I'll tell you that.
We'll give you $1,000 to move into this awesome mansion.
Almost be cool. Yeah, exactly. Awesome mansion. It's totally not haunted and everything's totally cool. And this mansion, it's not.
My dad lived in this part of Haverhill, Mass. Mm. He first met his third wife. She had 3 kids, and she worked at a factory third shift. Mm-hmm. And because she could not quite make ends meet, she had a guy from the factory that I called comic book guy. I don't actually think I ever met him, but I imagine he was comic book guy from The Simpsons. And he stayed with her. Mm-hmm. Like what's the word? That's how she made her ends meet. Why can't I think of the word?
I don't know. A pimp?
Subsidized.
Subsidized
is the word. She subsidized his mortgage. She stayed in one room. And
Right.
And so then my dad moves into that place. I'm like, dude, I'd go visit him, and I'd be like, this fucking place sucks so bad. I'd go into he was on the 3rd floor, okay? It was just such a ghetto-ass building, dude. There was just like... you see like kids' toys that are outside or whatever, but then when you see kids' toys that have been out there for like seasons, so the pink plastic horse is no longer a pink anymore. It's like
Off-white.
It's sad off-white and it's stained with like time. And then you go into the vestibule and like the carpet was like, is that sprayed on carpet? Is that actually carpet? It's so thin. And there'd be all kinds of shit everywhere. And you'd just be like, oh my God. I was like, I'd go up and I'd be like, was there just did 2 pit bulls fight to the death in the fucking lobby down there? Like
Every Saturday night.
it was just
Come by and bet on them.
he lived there for a couple of years. Fucking place sucked.
That does suck.
One of my favorite memories of that place. My wife, we're leaving the house. We lived in Maine, so we're packing up. Me and the wife. I don't think we had kids yet, so this is a long ass story. I mean, this is a long ass story, but it's a long ass time ago. Both. No, so we're getting up to leave. She was very clumsy. She broke so many of my fucking cups and plates and shit over the years. Like a month did not go by when she didn't drop something or break something. Smash a plate. I'd look at her, and I remember looking at her, and she put a plate down, half on the sink, half off, and just smashed it. I was like, "What what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh my God, I didn't even see it. I thought I was putting it down." I'm like, I mean, it looked to me like you fucking smashed that plate. She would drop shit, knock shit over. So we get to go up from my dad's house, and she's going to get her jacket on, and she smacks a fucking cup, and it just happens to hit on the table and smashes. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." She like freaks out because she feels bad. It's at my dad's house. And I just happen to have a hand in my pocket. I was looking for my keys and I got a dollar bill in my pocket. I go, hun. And I throw the dollar bill on the table and I go, "Honey, take it easy. You break any of this shit you want, sweetheart. Whatever you want to do." Dude, it's just one of those times in your life when you're just like on the spot with the fucking line. My father's wife, who was not a huge fan of me, was fucking dying. It was just one of those perfect fucking moments. Like, I feel like when you die, your brain, like when things get smaller, time slows down, right? So like an ant's lifetime for us is like,
I think it speeds up when it's smaller.
It speeds up for us, but when you are smaller,
right, yeah.
the same minute is longer.
Yes, you're right.
When
yeah,
you're
yeah.
miniaturized.
Sure, yes.
I've learned this in the documentary Inner Space, starring Dennis Quaid and Martin Short. But no, I that makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me. Things that are bigger, time is quicker. Things that are smaller, time is slower.
This is called time dilation.
Is it called time dilation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the core of the Earth is like younger than the surface of the Earth.
Okay. Yeah, which makes sense. I feel like my penis is aging at a much slower rate
because it's closer to the center of mass of gravity. So yes.
So I feel like when you die, there is I don't necessarily believe in like an afterlife and a guy in robes and shit. I think it all got ruined for me because my dad actually had that facial hair in the 70s that like they always put on Jesus until we were like, I don't know, till I was 20. I feel like every picture of Jesus, he had a beard. I don't think Jesus has a beard anymore. Do they put him in a beard nowadays?
He's got like scruff.
He's got scruff.
Yeah, and it's like curly because they're like, he was like an Arabian dude or something,
He was Arabian.
That's what I mean. So they don't make him look so like
there's so many
rock star.
There's so many weird like lies that people have to like look away from because they knew he was Arabian
the whole time.
But in the 70s,
skin of bronze, hair like sheep's wool. What do you think that means?
I mean, a dead giveaway.
Means he got a perm and he had a nice tan. What of it?
Giveaway. He's in the Middle East. I don't think
right?
they have a freaking. But the pictures had him in the robe and the freaking beard, and my dad had that beard. So I think I just made this connection. I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would my dad's Superman. He's not Jesus.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. David Tell has a joke that says, at some point in your life, you wake up and you realize your dad's not a superhero. He's just a drunk that wears a cape. We all have that realization, though. Dad is not the best, the smartest, the best, whatever. When does it happen? Well, it definitely happened for me already. My kids are teenagers.
It happens different times for everybody, and I think it's happening these days quicker and quicker.
You think so?
Yeah, because of the internet and like technology and all that kind of stuff.
The internet and technology and all that type of stuff.
Like
I think it's a mindset. People are more wary of things. Everyone is distrusting.
The second your kid is better at like controlling the electronics and stuff, that's it. You're an idiot.
Yeah, he turns into the IT guy. Get up,
Dude.
I'll fix this. I just want you get up.
See what I mean?
There was a good.
That's the moment.
There was a good SNL skit where I think it was Jimmy Fallon played the IT guy, and he was just such a prick. He'd be like, "What's going on, Jan?" She'd be like, "I'm having a." All right, get up.
Dude, yeah.
Get up, and he just sits down. And he's like, "You stupid people! You don't know how to just go in and configure the."
Dude, that was a.
You remember that skit by any chance?
No, I don't remember that sketch, but I can see it being a perfect sketch, and I can see it being a sketch, the brainchild of somebody who was in IT at some point. And that whole sketch is for IT, like IT people. It's for people in the office, but that's because people in the office know the IT guy thinks they're all fucking stupid.
You do
And
feel so stupid when you can't figure something
the
out.
fucking
You're like,
IT guy comes over. He's like, "Did you try this?
yeah.
Did you try just this?" And it's like, dude, whoa, bro.
The best version
chill
of that.
out.
It was a recurring sketch. The best one is they had Jackie Chan come on as like the trainee. Jackie Chan be like, "Get up." It's fucking awesome.
Jackie Chan's the shit.
Jackie Chan, man. You know that he's so famous in China that he can't even let people know where he lives. His house is like this insane.
I've seen the house.
Right?
It's hidden. It's hidden like it's like on a street corner. And
It looks like
warehouse.
a huge warehouse, and there's no windows and shit. And then you go in, and it's got like
It's like a mansion, but every room is like so small and cluttered. Did you see the tour of it?
no, but in my mind's eye, like every room had one of those wooden things that you practice karate on. He like ate at it. There was like
And
a ramen bowl.
hats. All right, hold on.
Why was he known for hats? What's the hats comment?
There were just hats in there. I've seen the video.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to look at the tour a little closer. I loved Jackie Chan, man. When Rumble in the Bronx came out, I didn't get into the older ones.
27 minutes. Sam? Okay.
We are 27 minutes in.
Just about.
We are about to get to the segment called.
Well, no, I want to look up.
Oh, Jackie Chan's house.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What do you remember? Rumble in the Bronx. That was the one. That was the Jackie Chan movie. It was such a different vibe than anything.
First image hats. I fucking told you, dude.
Cowboy hats. Like, what is Jackie
I
Chan?
fucking
in a
told you
cowboy
there
hat?
was lots of hats. You didn't fucking believe me.
When I was 20,
I love Jackie Chan, by the way. How old is that guy? Like 70? Look how fucking good he looks.
Porsche,
That must be
everything.
old.
But later on, enough. Now I just.
No, yeah, he is really old. He's aging very well. He's definitely older
Yeah, like
than
look
this.
at that room. It is so cluttered. Like,
It is cluttered.
If
So
you
you'll
find
notice
like a person at that level of wealth in America, they have like one
at that
vase
car.
and a.
like a Nissan Skyline or some weird shit.
What is he like? Tokyo Drift at night or something? What
He
the
does, dude. He couldn't be
He
any more
barely
Asian.
opened the thing enough to get the car.
Because he knows there's probably paparazzi and shit just waiting to like sneak
Oh my
in.
god.
You know, it's like,
Is it worth it? That's why I say to myself, do you want to be a superstar? You don't.
From outside,
No, you don't. But anyway, so yeah, it's like a giant house. It's really
inside
nice.
is
But if you look at it, every room is like super
Downstairs is the
small
canvas
and
play
tight
area.
and like odd.
Loaded. Look at how much shit is in that room.
Yeah, like look at this.
Oh, see, there you go. I remember the bag.
But you see what I mean? Like I don't feel comfortable punching a bag in that room. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna hit something or knock something over.
Access like something in the movies.
What is that in front of the toilet? Is that a postcard rack like you'd find at a
It's his
store?
no, it's his nudie magazine rack.
It's a magazine rack in his bathroom.
Yeah,
Wow.
you usually have a magazine thing on like the ground, don't you?
But it's not usually 6 feet tall.
No, well, I don't think that's the most amazing part of this whole thing. Dude.
It's kind of amazing. So don't under.
Did you see Jackie Chan has a magazine rack in his bathroom?
Seriously? You go to someone's house and they have a magazine rack in the bathroom. You're like, dude, how long are you in here?
secret area. Actually, I have a secret door.
Nazi
everywhere.
paraphernalia, very
When I
nice.
push the wall, there's another secret room.
A little known fact about Jackie Chan.
Yeah, that is.
Wasn't
fun.
a fan of the, you know what?
Then that's my bedroom. And that's a
But you see what I mean, though.
You can barely move through that room.
You can't move through his fucking house.
Yeah.
That was the only.
You know what
thing-
it is though? It's because he likes to do parkour all the time. So he's like,
I
goes to
know,
get his
right?
cereal. He has to like climb up this thing.
you know, watching TV, then falling asleep more than here. There's two.
Like that bed doesn't fit in the room.
What kind of? That looks like the type of bed you'd sleep in if you were in a rail car in the 1800s.
It does, and look how it doesn't fit in the room, dude. Then you come to this
oh my
room.
god!
That's my
Another very
bathroom.
cluttered room.
Look at the
And
teddy
when I go to the
bears.
bed, I just have a secret
Pictures and
bathroom.
teddy bears. It looks like he's trying to solve a murder in there with like pictures, like string between the pictures.
He
And
literally stepped onto the couch to get
The
into that
house
room.
is filled to the brim with stuff. But what obsessions
Christ.
has he lavished most money on? Martial arts memorabilia? Age-old samurai swords?
And that's my bar area. The bar area with a lot of.
This looks like an old like store that you go to buy like.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Because you know the rumor about MTV Cribs, right?
So much
Back
for
in the day,
tough
that some of those
His other
were
big
were
passion is
rented
football.
houses just for that. It
Kept
wasn't the
in
actual.
custom-built sets.
Really?
Yeah, that not all of them. There were some people that allegedly it was like their real house, but others they would just rent the house for like it was like a set house, and just take the because the actor there, or not the actor, but like the musician or whatever, and he'd give you a tour of his crib. That's why when they open the refrigerator, it'd usually just be like all Diet Cokes. Man, drinking down like Diet Coke, man. Or like they'd open it up, be all Gatorades. Open it up, be all apple a day
I saw
electrolytes.
some cribs. I didn't see a lot. I remember being really impressed with Shaquille O'Neal's
Mm-hmm.
because his house was so insane. He had like a room that like there was no doors. There's no way to get these cars out, but he had like 5 cars. Like this is the car that gave me. You know how we talk.
Yeah.
This is the car that gave me for Superman. This is the car that gave me. At one point he turned and he went, Michael Jackson wanted to buy this house when it was 10,000 square feet. Then we upped it to 20,000. He wanted to buy it. Now it's at 36,000. Michael, it's now for sale. And I was like, who does a fucking 10,000 square foot addition to a 10,000 square foot house? It was an amazing fucking house with like a grotto that rivaled the fucking Playboy Mansion. And then, you know what I mean? Like the Playboy Mansion's the Playboy Mansion, right? You're going to have all these playmates. You want to have a grotto. You can go make a grotto. If you're a millionaire,
You need
can
a
go make
grotto.
And then you're like, but I also saw, Mike was getting away. You also saw, who's the chef? Who's that famous chef, the Hell's Kitchen guy?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. You saw Gordon Ramsay's show and you're like, I want to have a kitchen like that. And it's like, really? You know what I mean? So sometimes I'd watch Cribs and I'd be like, people only live in like so much space. You know what I mean? You
They
only,
don't. Yeah, like that house is useless to them for the most part.
There was the coolest thing I ever saw in relation to that statement was there's a documentary on this guy in like Kentucky or Tennessee that was trying to build the world's biggest house. Total jackwagon.
Mm-hmm.
This house was like 140,000 square feet or some asinine thing. They lived in like 3 rooms. And he said that. He was like, you know, my wife wants to have the biggest house. I don't give a shit. But she wants it. So, yeah, whatever. He goes, the whole documentary was filmed like in the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. He's like, this is the room I like. I like this room.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
What's it called?
It's called The World's Biggest Asshole in Kentucky. No, it's called like
It's gonna say.
it's called like the world's
It's my wife, not me.
it's called like the world's biggest mansion or the world, but you could find
Really?
it if you wanted to, yeah. And they literally lived in like 3 rooms. And the rest of the house is untouched, just covered in dust, I'm sure.
That is exactly what happens because I'm in those houses all the time, constantly in these giant fucking houses, and sometimes there's one person in it. Even when it's a family, it's like at least everyone's got their own room. But yeah, dude, there's so many of these giant houses. It's just like a couple or like one person, and you see the areas that they use, and like majority of the house is just completely untouched. There's usually like a spot at the kitchen table, or like an office, and then they like don't even use the living room. They have like their own weird little niche place to like sit and watch their TV, and then their bedroom, and they obviously like the kitchen. But
you
like,
need a room to sleep, you need
That's
a room
it.
to shit,
Yeah.
you need a room to eat.
and then that's it, dude. The rest of these giant, huge mansions are just untouched, unused. And the guy, you could just see it's like they almost leave like paths in the fucking carpet.
They
up
don't
to
even know, and I don't know this for sure because I don't have a lot of experience with these gigantic houses. But like Michael Jordan is trying to sell a house that he had. I mean, it's a millions mansion, but like he's got a basketball court in the middle with like 4 viewing rooms around it. Who the fuck wants that?
Exactly, dude. So many of those things become useless. Like when you
Everything in the house has the Michael Jordan. He's like, I don't know why nobody wants a house.
I don't know, Michael. You tell me.
It's a very specific
Maybe
niche.
you've narrowed your market down to fans of basketball or basketball players.
The house is shaped like a basketball and it's
Yeah.
bright orange. No, we went to Sky Ranch during COVID. My wife was a realtor and she was super freaked out about COVID. She was guaranteed thought we were all going to die from COVID. I was like, hon, it's the fucking flu. They're just
Right,
trying to rebag
yeah.
it. But one of the things that we did, because it was free and it was kept us away from people,
Yeah.
was we went and looked at open houses. She made me look at every goddamn open house in the greater Sarasota area.
You make it sound like it's a bad thing, dude. I like that kind of stuff.
You know what? I did like it. 'cause
I
it
think
was-
you can make a really, really fun like podcast, like a video series, like a YouTube video series out of that. Just going and looking at open houses.
There's a guy that actually I was watching. This is probably like after she passed away. I was like, I think I got into it. It's like this Eastern European dude that goes to like the biggest mansions. That's fun.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, we went to Sky Ranch. You know what Sky Ranch is? It's out on Clark. It's that new development. It's like 4,000 houses. So you can go to the models. They have like the tall, the venti, the grande, the venti, whatever. So we went in and I was like, yeah, this looks nice. She was like, let's go to the next one. It's called the Sandpiper. And the next one is the Magellan. And the next one's the whatever.
Yeah.
As you go into them, I'm like, they don't even know what the fuck to do with the space.
Damn,
the
no.
first one was already a very big, nice house. The smallest one. The next one up, every room was 10% bigger. It's like, okay, it's nice to have the living room be a little bigger. The kitchen's a little bigger. Then you go to the next one, you're like, now it's getting out of control. The bathroom, I don't know what a regular bathroom square footage is, right? Like your bathroom right here, very standard bathroom, maybe
Standard.
50 square feet. How much space do you need?
I know, yeah, it's maybe like 10 feet along one
It's
wall,
the
5 feet along
filthiest
the
room
next.
in anyone's house. So how big do you want that filth?
Right.
Right? So, but you go to this Sky Ranch, the small one has like this cool all glass so people can view you while you're showering, which is a key feature of any home.
Perfect.
It's a shower.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the next one up, the bathroom is 20% bigger and the shower is bigger. Dude, by the time you get to the biggest one, it was so fucking asinine. You could literally take a small car and put it down in the shower. It was that big. And
Just in the shower.
yeah, it's like, is there like a basketball team that is going to be coming here to like shower after practice? Just you and the wife and kids. There's like shower heads coming from the
Communal shower.
ceiling.
Just
Yeah.
like in prison.
Yeah, so the whole family can shower together. It's very efficient. You'll save so much time.
It's very
showering
chic,
together.
the prison shower system in these newer mansions.
And the rooms were they just got bigger.
Yeah.
And then at some point, like my house was a perfect example of that. The old house I was at, why does the bedroom have to be that big? Like you don't even know what to do with that space.
Yeah, it gets hard. You have to start thinking and putting like
Couches everywhere.
like a smaller living room inside your bedroom at that point.
you have to,
know what I mean?
Because if you don't do something with it, it's like, what's fucking going on?
Yeah,
here?
what was the point of this?
So then you end up having like 7 couches. Mm-hmm. You know, like in
well,
the
I gotta have a
bathroom. if you-
bedroom couch.
Once the bathroom gets to a certain square footage,
I've seen
there's a-
couches in bathrooms.
Of course, right? I mean,
Yeah, you think it's more like a chaise usually. It's not like something like this, like plush.
Yeah.
But yes, I've seen multiple couches in bathrooms. Yeah,
I want a house so big there's a sectional in the fucking bathroom.
sectional. That's how you know.
So I can have 3 friends watching me take a shit.
a floating sectional, because that's how you know somebody's rich. When there's
What
a
is
floating sectional,
floating?
it means
Not on the wall. Just in
means
the middle.
not. It means none of the backs are on walls, so just the couch totally floats in the middle of the living room. That's how you know you've got a big house.
If you have a floating section in the bathroom.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. When I think about a house that big, sometimes it just bums me out
It's-
because so
it's
much
stupid.
shit that people. You have to have people in your house all the time, like taking care. When you see a movie and you're like a mansion thing is there's like the maid is like she's so snappy and no, it's not. You're not going to have a relationship with people that are in your home, and you need them in your home because otherwise you're going to be spending
All your time.
all of your waking hours just trying to keep the place. Go, what is that?
It's a nightmare. Yeah, you have something that big, you start needing help to like take care of it. It's just like owning a boat or owning like all that kind of stuff. It's like you need it.
Boat. Oh my god.
And like owning horses and like owning things. It's like unless
Horses.
it's
Why
just
are we
like
talking
owning a
about
boat.
horses?
Just like I'll tell you why. It's just like owning a boat, dude. It's all of those things.
I knew a girl that owned a horse. She had it. Her mom got her a pony when she was 16. The fucking thing just died like a couple years ago. She's like 40.
Dude, horse girl
Yeah.
had a horse drawn on her binder. Wore her leather boots to school. Wore her riding pants to school.
Probably when they were young.
Did the horse girl exist when you were in high school or middle school?
No, I was like suburban Northeast. There was no horses.
Still, it's usually a girl. She like lives in suburbia, and her parents take her to the stable to go riding. They like
There very well could have been a horse girl. I just didn't know.
you know them. They're a little odd. They're obsessed with horses. All their shirts have like a horse on it.
I feel like a lot of girls are obsessed with horses, but their parents are not going to get them a pony. So it's like it just goes away.
I mean, there's a lot of
They turn into sluts.
They like all talk about riding horses. That's like all they do is they go and they have their binder. You know, you could put like Metallica on your binder cover. They have like
I did horses.
they drew their own horse and like put it on there and like this horse
I wore one of those hats, and I used to walk around with one of the
cowboy hat.
crop.
You
Not a
used to wear
cowboy hat, like the little black hat that like the like girls wear. Girls,
Greg was a horse boy.
I was the horse guy.
I'm a horse boy. Horse boy.
Horse boy.
Dude. What do you think? Can we start?
Yeah, let's
can you? So the pictures that you sent, because I can't do it now. It's on my phone.
Yep.
What I did was I signed into my email. So if you can just email them to me, that way I can bring them up on here.
All right. Wait, so pictures or
Whatever you texted me in the text.
I know. I'm like so fucking. All right. What's the? Let me see. I probably know it. Zaya R. Dot.
Yes, it should pop up.
Okay. That's what he said.
It should pop up.
Yeah, I guess they were just pictures. I don't know, dude. I was trying to add some. Bring something.
If it's something
to the table.
you want to talk about, dude, send it. Send it.
Yeah.
That's all there is
I
to
feel
it.
like there's a war between us where you are trying to show me mentally unstable or unwell people.
I'm trying to send you stuff that sparks conversation, that leaves questions to be answered.
Yes.
That's what I when I send something, I'm like, this has a question that needs to be answered. And some of the stuff, it's like, I find some of these things like super, super funny, but then there's no question to be answered because it's all self-contained in the video. You sent it?
Yes.
Cool.
I sent you several. All right. You want to start with the Instagram stuff or?
Well, horse. Oh, wait, that's me. I sent that.
All right. Yeah, here you go. These are what I sent you. All right.
Perfect.
So, first one. This is
Tell me
huge
about
for
this.
me.
Tell me about this because this is huge.
The
for you.
Saints, their first game, there's only been 2 games so far in the NFL season. Saints were not supposed to be great this year. They have a lot of the same guys. They should have been better in the last few years. I don't know what the deal is. They just weren't getting over the hump. They lost a lot of games they should have won. First game of the season, we played the Panthers, who suck. They're one of the worst teams in football, for sure, but we smoked them. Mm-hmm. We didn't even punt. Every time we got the ball, we scored until we pulled the starters. Then, week 2, we played the Cowboys. Cowboys are pretty good. They're a playoff team. They've got really good superstars, big payroll. And we played them in Dallas, so it's like shit.
Even, yeah.
Dude, we played the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Fucking smoked them.
Smoked them.
Didn't even punt. Every time we got the ball.
Didn't even punt.
In the Panthers game, we scored every time, but it was like 4 field goals, 5 touchdowns, which is insane. Against the Cowboys, dude, we just scored touchdowns every time we got the ball into the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me? The Cowboys are a decent. They were just like, fuck, there's nothing we can do. Mm-hmm. It was just a steamroller. So I'm super excited about them. And then this stat comes out, and I'm like, sometimes New Orleans has these stats that just transcend. Like, oh my God, they're going to the Super Bowl. This stat is New Orleans goes 18 days without a murder, and they're saying it's because the Saints are doing so well.
They think it's because of that?
Yeah. Crime experts say it's the longest stint in years. A lot of people are saying it's because the city is so like, holy shit, this could be our year. You know, the Saints could finally be. They won the Super Bowl 15 years ago. By the way, the 91 points that they scored in the first 2 games, since 1971, the Cowboys scored 91 points in the first 2 games.
Here comes some stats.
This is a good stat.
Here comes some stats.
This is a stat I love. The 91 points they've scored in the first 2 games is the most anyone ever scored in the first 2 games, except for the Saints scored 93 points in 2009 when they won.
When they won the Super
The
Bowl.
fucking Super Bowl.
So
that's
that's
a
how
lot of points to put up.
So that's how they started their year, the year that they won.
Uh-huh. And this guy...
So people are feeling the fires, the embers are starting to burn.
That's all I'm thinking about. And I was talking to Jack, who's like super fan. That's my oldest son. He's like super fan. We only talk like once a week. I'm trying to give him his space. He's away at school.
Hey, if he calls you.
Yeah, exactly. But and I don't want to go to the point where I'm like, dude, I'll call you all the time if I could, but I don't want to call him because I feel like he's like, I got my fucking dad's calling me. Hold on, what's up? You know,
what's up, nerd?
But when he calls, I totally take the call and we get to catch up and we got shit to catch up on. You know what I mean? Because I haven't seen him for a week, and this week he was like, dude, I told you they were gonna be good. He's like, and I put him on speaker. Me and him and Ben are talking. Ben's like. He didn't, and I'm like, he was kind of high on it, but he's like, Dad, I told you they were going to be fucking killers. And I was like, I love that he's like this far from calling talk radio to go, fuck those guys. This is what we need to start doing. I love it, dude, because I got 2 kids. I've been a Super Saints fan since I was a kid. And I was always wondering, like, what's it going to be like watching football when I'm older? I got 1 kid, Super Saints fan. He's with me. We're ride or die. Other one, contrarian prick. He's my mini-me. I'm from New England, so I should be a Pats fan. I was always the guy going like, what about this? What about, and everyone was like, fuck this asshole. That's my kid.
Do you like the
Benny,
Saints?
he doesn't like the Saints. He likes the Bengals, and he's a fucking ball buster. That's what you get. I am that guy.
The Bengals. Why do you choose the Bengals?
I don't know. People ask me that all the time. Why are the fucking Saints? And I go, I don't know. When I was a little kid, the Patriots sucked, and the Saints were on the rise. We went and saw them a couple times play, and they wailed on the fucking Pats. It just worked out like that. And I was like, yeah, I could see these guys. And plus, the Northeast to New Orleans, it's like you can't get much further away culturally. You know what I mean? I didn't
It's very different, yeah.
fucking voodoo, and like it's super hot, and like there's murders every day where it's reported if there's not a murder. So it just seems so exotic to me, I think.
Actually, the news is more interesting when there ain't no murders down here. So when they won the Super Bowl, was there a murder statistic then of like less murders?
Probably. I bet you there probably was. Yeah.
You don't have that stat?
I don't have that stat. I just love this one because it's just such a funny thing. Like
That is great.
The
That
Saints
is-
are doing so good. People have stopped murder.
Yeah, I could see things like that in Philly,
Philly.
But like Philly's the kind of
Where
town
are the murder
where-
capitals? You Baltimore, Philly,
Probably.
Chicago,
Yeah.
New Orleans.
So I could definitely see like, the Eagles are doing something. It's like,
Fucking Eagles. We're playing them today.
Saints?
Yeah, those
What
fucking
time?
Eagles fans. You know they have to grease the light poles
Yes,
when
I
they
do.
think there's a big game going
Yes,
because
I
they want
do.
those savages not climbing the poles.
Grease the poles. I'm pole greaser. Hey, my name's Bob. I'm the pole greaser.
You ain't got enough grease on that pole, pig. The game's over in about 30 minutes. I'm gonna be up there. Well, like, just what a fucking weird fucking situation. They're greasing the poles to keep people off them. Let them go up.
Here we go.
This was interesting to me. This lady was protesting this huge tree being cut.
Mm-hmm.
She's like in the 90s, everyone was crunchy tree huggers or whatever. This lady went into that tree. She lived in that tree for 738 days. Didn't come down. That's kind of fucked up. That's a long time to be in a tree. What's the longest you ever been in a tree? 3 days?
Not 2 years.
3 days max.
So where did she shit?
I don't know, but I think wherever she shit, it just fell out of the tree.
You think so? I bet
You think
she
someone
shit,
caught it?
I bet she shit in a bucket, and some poor soul down on the bottom had to fucking clean that bucket out.
Yeah, that's a good thing to take away from this.
Yeah.
Where did she shit?
I think that
Hey,
there was
get me a
some.
Big Mac, and can I get a latte up here?
I think there was
And
some.
someone get that bucket. I gotta shit like crazy.
What's her name? Julia.
What would you
Hill.
rather they do? She just hang her ass off one part of the tree, and someone digs a hole, and she just keeps shitting
I
in
would
it.
not. I'm well. The fact that she had support from so many people, because that's the only way you could do it. It's not like she lived off the fruit of the tree. You know?
don't think she just murdered animals in the tree? It's a big tree. It's
she
like,
just sneak around for 2 years? She
it's a
just
1,500-year-old redwood. There's a lot of food that could be had in that. I could do 6 months easy in a tree that size. I could, but I'm like a Bear Grylls type of guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nobody takes my shits in a bucket. I take my own shits.
I eat my whatever you got to do up there.
Yeah, pack it in, pack it out. If you're not coming out of the tree for 2 years,
Yeah.
burn it for fuel. So I don't know. That was interesting to me that someone stayed in a tree for 2 years. You don't hear shit like that anymore. But in the 90s, that's what people were about. A lot of people were so fucking confused about how to live their life. They stayed in a tree.
Well, I mean, she just didn't want the tree cut down.
Once up the tree, she vowed not to come down until she made a difference. She came down. Still nobody gives a fuck. That tree probably got cut down the next week.
No, they didn't. You didn't read the end?
That was the end.
No, the end. It's there. She didn't come down. The tree's still there. They created like a safe zone around the tree, and they like.
All right.
It was like
So
a whole
maybe
thing.
that, I don't know. Was it worth it?
Dude, this is a very famous case. This isn't like a
All right.
just some
No,
like stunt she did.
No, I figured that it was famous.
I think haven't they? Didn't they make fun of this in like The Simpsons or some shit? Like Lisa stayed in a fucking tree.
Yeah. Was it because of that though?
Yes,
I think more.
This is like the most famous case in the world of some
Well,
of
it
a
probably
tree
is the
hugger
most-
living in a tree to keep loggers from cutting it down. Like everyone, like this is a very famous case.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean, I had heard of shit like this. I didn't know her specific story.
Well, no,
I did
I don't
see-
know. If you had a gun to my head and were like, "What was her name?" I'd be like, "I couldn't tell you."
Yeah.
But I was like, "Yeah, I'm some."
Well, you
lady
think
that
it was
some lady-
worth it now, 30 years later? You think it was worth it that she stayed in the tree?
because the tree's still there? Yeah, I think 15-year-old old growth trees are important to keep around. Yeah, there's a horrific story of one of the oldest, if not the oldest, trees in the world getting cut down because people are fucking retarded. It was a story that they told on NPR. I don't know. Did you ever hear about in the Sierra Nevadas, like the oldest tree in the world getting cut down? So there was a guy who was doing core samples to just test he was doing climate research. You test the core of the tree, each layer, its thickness tells you how much precipitation was done that year. Well, this area has the oldest trees in the world. And so he was just going to go core a couple trees, and he rented this utensil from his college because he was a research whatever. And it was like a $20,000 utensil. And he goes and he starts coring a tree and he gets stuck. So he goes to the forest ranger and he goes, hey, this utensil's not cheap. And it just got stuck in the tree. Like, what can we do? And the forest ranger was just like, we'll just cut it down. Get your utensil out. It's very important. And so they cut the fucking tree down. Come to find out, they cut down the oldest tree in the world named Methuselah. That there's one of three. There's Methuselah. There's like what's the bringer of fire? But not Pythagoras. God damn it. Anyway, there's three fucking trees. They cut one down.
Pyronius?
No, it's like the bringer of fire. It's like the guy that gave fire to the humans. It's one of those ancient Greek names.
Yeah, I should know this. Prometheus.
Thank you. Yes, Prometheus. Anyway, so yeah, they were all.
I'm big for I agree that they should keep a lot of these old trees. When we went to the redwoods last summer, and there was a tree that was like one of these type of trees. They wouldn't even let you near it. They go, it's illegal to even hike off this trail to go find it. People know where it is, and I'm sure a bunch of fucking crunchy assholes still go and touch it or whatever.
Yeah,
but you can't even see it.
Yeah,
it's so big you could see it from far away.
Yeah,
but you can't even get close enough to even see it. They're like, don't even go off this fucking trail.
They take it super fucking seriously, and so seriously that even the forest rangers don't know which trees are the oldest trees in the world, because if they would have, he wouldn't have cut it down. He didn't know. The forest ranger didn't even fucking know. Yeah. So now the guy that had his utensil stuck, his whole life has been like fucking ruined, and there's people that send him death threats like every day. Like threats. to the day. So when he did the interview with NPR, he was like, yeah, people still will send me death threats, and I'm sure the NPR podcast didn't cool the fire at all. I've been doing an interview with them. I just want to put this all behind me. I didn't know. But no, I think about this shit with this fucking crunchy lady. She must have had an entire field of people, like some super simp ass loser that would do anything for her just because he thinks he's gonna fuck her one day.
Well, Johnny's the shit bucket guy, obviously.
He's like, I'll clean your shit. No, I love cleaning your shit, Julia. Come here. No, of course, anything. What do you want me to get you? Julia? I guarantee there was a guy down there.
Way too much energy though for a crunchy guy. It was way slower, and he was high as shit.
Whatever you want me to do for you, Julia.
Whatever you want. Well, Johnny, I've been asking for the shit bucket for an hour, you stoned fucking prick.
I got clean and disinfect it. 2 years. Do you think she masturbated in that tree?
100 times.
More than hundreds of times. I mean, you're up there for 2.5 years. What else is there to do?
That's a thing, dude. I only really watch porn when the chick's in a tree.
What do you think got her off in that tree?
Pretty much probably anything. She's in a tree.
You think the thought of
when you lower your external inputs,
right? You think the thought of a big burly jacked lumberjack just coming in and forcing his way and cutting? I'm cutting it down, Julia. Do you think that's what got her?
You think
off?
she liked the you think? Or
I think like the thought of no, stop, don't cut the tree. And he's like, I'll cut the tree and take you. And then that was her whole fantasy.
That's Occam's razor probably gets us there. Or she take my shit bucket, Johnny. Okay, Julia.
Oh, shit bucket. Well, it's very interesting.
She's probably still alive. We
think you want to see what she looks like now?
We get some of these answers. Clinging to her mattress during violent storms. Just by mentioning just different details of that story, you could have made it a whole different. A woman stayed in a tree masturbating hundreds of times for 2 years, sending her shit in a bucket to a guy.
Yeah, you could rewrite that article and be like,
Julia Butterfly Hill. She lived in a 200-foot, 1,000-year-old redwood for 700. Wow. 97, 2 Christmases.
She lives in Missouri, Mount Vernon, Missouri. She's age 50.
Looks pretty good. She probably eats really clean. She probably still has to get up into a tree every once in a while to get off.
Oh, dude, she's got a website.
She's got an OnlyFans. It's called Redwood.
Dude, look at
Humpers.
her. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this. Welcome, dear friends. On December 18th, 1999, I returned to terra firma after over 2 years living.
Why are we trying to cut this lady down, by the way? No,
I'm
pun
not
intended.
trying to cut her down.
Well, you are being very.
I just think I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to ask her what her mental fantasy was while she was masturbating in a tree for 2 years. What did you think about, Julia? What did you think about?
Did the guy ever send up lube when he sent up the shit bucket, or you just raw dogging the friggin'
Now, did you take pine cones and fashion them into dildos? Did you veritably fuck the tree, Julia? Did you fuck the
pine
tree?
cone? Jesus Christ.
She's like,
Jesus
she
Christ.
starts fucking pine cones. The pine cones were the most useful, actually. I could eat them and use them for their various activities. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Julia?
It would have been cooler for Web if she now just like puts rubbers on pine cones. That's her thing. She just
I know she can't.
she's in a 1996 Dodge Neon, just putting rubbers on pine cones.
Dude, what an odd.
That was an interesting situation.
That was very interesting. You sent me one more. Let's take
Yeah.
a look at that.
You know, you did mention The Simpsons where they were in a tree, and that was one that I saw. That was like I told you. I know like the
I
first.
just took a shot in the dark. I didn't know.
Right? They did everything. But they did do one where she was like tied, she chained herself to a tree or something for
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
And the best line of that whole episode was she loved the kid that was like leading the charge, just like, you know, the shit bucket guy for Julia. She's like, oh my God, he's so dreamy. Are you vegan? He goes, Lisa, I'm a level 6 vegan. I don't eat anything that casts a shadow. Fucking love that line.
That is
Because how do they top each other?
Yeah.
It's like more and more restrictive.
that is what it becomes, dude. It's like
Yeah.
you think these are these people that have like such a righteous personality and they're so righteous, but at the end of the day, you're still competing amongst each other for like how
vegans.
righteous you are. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just
Sexy vegans.
sexy vegans, baby. All right, I want to. This was interesting, right?
I think so. So this guy took this picture of this crow. Those are ants on that crow. The crow, I think what they're trying to say is the crow had some type of like fungal something. So he went over this ant's nest and like fucked with it to get covered with ants. And the ants spray formic acid on the crow. And then that formic acid is like a, you know, like an antibiotic or whatever to
Really?
help the crow out. So it gets rid of whatever the fucking problem was with the crow.
What is formic acid, and why do the ants spray it? I didn't know. Maybe it's a special kind of ant that sprays.
I think it's probably ant piss.
You think so?
I don't know, unless they have whatever.
Spray formic acid on their feathers. This acid will act as an insecticide, fungicide, and bactericide that will rid the bird of all its disease-causing pathogens. Cool. That's all I gotta do. Yeah, crows are super smart, dude. I mean, everybody. There is
And an ant that did that. An ant, which, you know, some people say aunt, but she did that.
that
She had
used
a
to spray
yeast
formic. She used to spray formic acid on me.
She
I had
did-
an ant. That's a different
No,
kind of
she had
ant.
a
It's a
yeast-
different kind of ant.
She had a yeast infection, and she went out and she spread it out right over an ant.
Ant
you know.
pile. My ants had ants, and my,
My
aunt
aunt
had,
was infested with ants,
yes.
and they sprayed formic acid, and they took care of her
They took care of her.
with JJ.
For JJ.
Yeah.
Dude, crows. I've heard the stories about these crows that like the researchers were like fucking with the crows and they like put a mask on and like go fuck with them, and then generations later, like generations of crows later, if somebody walked out into like the courtyard wearing that mask, the crows would like fucking attack them, and then like crows on the other side of town started being like, hey, there's that fucking guy, because like the crows would tell each other. There's like they're super fucking smart.
You ever wonder how much information is being relayed between birds when they're like, just by maybe like pitch change, you hear like, "Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da," and it's like, look at this fucking guy. He's got the ladies with him too. Fuck that lady.
Dude.
Check out the rack on that lady.
Exactly, dude.
You just listen to birds and you're like, it's
What are you
so
saying?
it's so simple.
It is so simple.
But you know
There's a
that
lot.
they're communicating a lot.
They
But
are, because I've heard recordings of bird calls and they slow them down by like 3 or 4 times, and there's a lot of little things in there you don't hear because it's so quick and like high pitched. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
And I'm sure if you got into their brain, we'd all look kind of bird-like to them.
I know, just like that.
We're like crow people.
We're like crow people, dude.
Every-
isn't that creepy?
No, that makes perfect sense to me. That
That
cats
everything
would
to a
look,
cat like looks kind of cat-like.
because your imagination is the biggest limit
Yeah.
in your mind, and so you can't imagine there's other people that are not cats. You're just like, why the fuck is this cat
It's
so
just a beard
big
looking
and
like a cat.
Yeah.
dude. Even like a bird looks like a little bird cat. Everything just looks like a little cat. That means everything to humans looks a little human. You know what I mean? Because we look to see human in everything. Maybe
not necessarily see them, but we always are trying to put
you're right.
human characteristics and shit. Like you literally have a fucking sun with sunglasses behind you. So I mean, you know, we're trying
So
So like, you know, like cats and dogs and shit, we're always like, oh, let's put fucking clothes on them because they want clothes. Like dogs don't want fucking clothes on them. He's
Yes,
like,
they
my
do,
hog
Greg.
flaps around.
yes, they do, Greg. They're naked.
Well, just around the holidays, asshole.
Just Ozzy loves his Christmas sweaters.
I bet he does.
Looks
All
like
right,
you
now
said
we're gonna get
this
to
is the old this is
Did I send you that?
well yeah, it's on your side, so you must have.
All right, what is that? I don't remember it.
Oh, this is from the Whitest Kids You Know. This is Slow Jerk.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is kind of funny. Oh yeah, I do like this because you know what? Because my kids
amazing.
constantly,
Really cool.
Yeah, it's like so.
my kids constantly are doing that to me. I'm like, hey, take the garbage out. Okay.
Yeah, they do. So
And then and now that ready for this, your precious little kids one day will do this to you. Hey, why don't you go clean your room up? Not only the fake jerk, but then the palm flipped out like they're flicking it at you. Friggin' pricks. And then you continue to feed them, and it's like, why am I feeding them?
yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to feed them, Greg.
Nope. I could Casey Anthony their
This
ass.
was a very, very famous Whitest Kids You Know sketch.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever seen anything else from the Whitest Kids You Know, but they
I
had
think
a
I
lot
have
of,
seen a few things from the Whitest Kids.
They
You Know.
they had a couple little things that were just they made me laugh so hard.
They were like a little bit more towards R-rated than like the state or something.
Yes.
I'm just joking. That's not really cool. That's boring.
That's boring.
So, this party we're going to later?
Party?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Sarah from accounting, she's got this new loft, and she's having a housewarming party. It's going to be great.
Okay, well, who's all going?
Bill from accounting, he's also going to be going. Rick from the 7th floor. Hey, remember that girl from the office Christmas party? She's going to be going to it, and it's, they should, what? Dude. Okay, that's, okay, I get it. That's gross, though. That's not how you do that.
That's not how you do
That's
that.
not how
dude.
you do that. You're doing it too slow. Stop. It's real fast, and then you stop, okay? That's disturbing. I can visually see it.
What's up, man?
Dude, that's, dude, that's not how you do that
Are you
gesture,
serious?
okay?
You just do it fast and stop. That's it.
Dude, you're grossing me out,
Fast
okay?
and stop.
stop making eye contact. That's creepy, too. Dude,
Don't make them touch.
you never do that. You
Don't make them touch.
That I don't want in my head right
Stop.
now.
That's
all
not
right?
how you do. Dude, no. You never make them touch, man. That's not cool. That's not how you do. Dude, what are you? Don't finish. You never finish. Dude, that's disgusting.
You ruined my day.
I'm telling the boss. Hey, Darren.
I'm telling the boss.
Pretty good. Really good, actually.
Yeah, so you know, one of those things that came by, and I think we just like the two times I'm most thinking about it is right after we record, and then later that week, like the night before,
And
I'm
minutes
like, I
before
gotta send
record.
shit.
Right after record and minutes before
Well,
record.
we do it on Sunday morning, and like literally, I'm always like getting up and like getting here. I did not have a great night last night. It was, as far as it was a great night,
Yeah.
but it was not great for getting up early to record.
Hey.
And
so you got to do what you got to do. Got to make the sausage.
You got to make
Time
the
to make the
sausage.
donuts.
Time to make the donuts. So anyway, I
The,
thought that was funny because it is a thing that we all instinctively know to do as kids.
Yeah, and then they took it and it's called this sketch was called The Slow Jerk. They had a sketch called it was Abraham Lincoln, and they're like, this is a little known story. Everybody knows the story about how Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, but there's a little more to it and that people don't know. And then they cut to it, and it's the whole.
Oh, it turns out like he was a prick to the guy. And
Yeah,
they
he
were
was
like,
just
they
a
have, like,
prick. He was like yelling and screaming during the play, being like, "Hey, whoa, Acty, what the fuck are you doing? Rewind the play a second. I wasn't paying attention. Go back real quick. Whoa, what?
And
oh,
that's why
shit."
that's why he shot him because he was being a dick.
And then this guy's, Booth or
John Wilkes
Wilkes Booth is like, he just won't shut up. And his wife is like, just calm down, John. It's fine. He goes, no, he's ruining the play. And then it escalates and builds until eventually he. And then at one point, Abraham Lincoln singles him out. John Wilkes Booth out. He's like, "What are you gonna do, string bean? The fuck are you gonna do?" Like, it's very. I thought it was very funny.
There was another version, right? Because that's obviously one of the most famous stories of all time. Abraham Lincoln getting shot. There's another one where like they did a backstory. It was super involved. Like he was a total asshole. He was like banging his sister. He was doing all these different things, and eventually John Wilkes Booth kind of had to kill him.
So I think he sent this one twice. Because this link also takes you there. John Wilkes Booth, has to kill him.
I think it gave you the link and the thing at the same time.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, God damn it. It makes me feel old.
Here we go. Ready? I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Why would you be recording this?
Could you imagine getting out of it and not having recorded it? Could you imagine surviving this, having your cameras and everything on you, and not catching it? I mean, you'd be happy to be alive, but would you?
What do you think this is? Do you think this is real?
Okay, so here's what I think. Either this is one of those tame Russian bears, but there's also like a Native American kind of, not myth, but like a Native American like saying that might stem from some kind of truth. I don't know what the saying is, but the saying is basically like if you go in, like a man in the den of the bear won't be attacked. So like if you are worried about being like there's like a bear around, you see its den, if you just like run and go into its den,
which is what I always look for. I always try
I know,
to make
right?
sure I know
but
where
if
the
you
bear
go
dens
into
are.
its den, like it won't attack you. It's like,
Interesting.
that there. I don't know if that's the case or if this is like, he's got a big plot of property and his bear lives out there, because there's a lot of like in Dagestan people that own bears and like to go out and like
Dagestan?
yeah.
Where the fuck's Dagestan?
It's a former Soviet Russian place. It's where Khabib, the UFC fighter.
Habib.
Yeah, Khabib, and that's where they're
Habib,
from.
what was his last?
You want me to tell you?
Nurmagomedov.
It's close. Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, so him
undefeated. Then he
he
went
was
back
undefeated.
to fight bears in Dagestan.
Well, that's where he came. There's videos of him when he was like 13. His dad had a bear, and they would like wrestle with it and stuff. And like, but it's just this weird. I don't know why they have bears. I don't know why. Maybe because they're all used to be in the circus, and then they're just old circus
What
bears.
do you think he does now? Do you think he lives in like Beverly Hills and he's got this huge gut?
Habib?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. He's like a coach now. Now he wants to get like coach of the year. That's like his whole thing is like he wants to be like put in the Hall of Fame for like being a coach and shit.
Habib, I think if you really wanted to break some new ground, I think you should train kids to fight MMA.
You really
Murderous fucking grappling kids.
If you really want to break some new grounds, you should go into porn. No. Ballet. You should be doing ballet. Let's see, what is this?
A shrew-based infinity Ouroboros is a common occurrence, but has a variety of meanings. The most pertinent one for yourself and most handlers has to do with anomalies in the timeline.
Is that a rat
Since
king?
growing rodents experience
No.
time in a non-linear referential framework, they're especially sensitive to these
But it
anomalies.
is like it's like the similar, isn't that like what?
Has a variety of meanings. The most pertinent one for
So what he's saying is these are shrews.
Okay.
And it's an Ouroboros or whatever that word is. It's like the term for a snake eating itself. But it's a shrew-based one. And I guess somehow they all get linked in like human centipede, like ass to mouth in some way. And then they're just stuck. I don't know. I really don't know. And then he's this fucking goofball down here. This guy looks like the computer generated images of what Jesus looks like. You remember how we were just talking about that?
Yeah.
That's like what he looks. That's like what they come up with.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen it?
No. He's got a lot of square footage under between his eyes and his mouth, though. Doesn't he?
It's like very similar, right?
Huh.
This is kind of like what they come up with. This was like in some magazine. It was like
Is this
famous.
like his mugshot from that one time?
I don't know. They took like some weird like DNA evidence and like based on his DNA, like they can kind of think that this is like what he might look like, or I don't know. Not DNA evidence. Obviously, that's a lie. They don't have Jesus's DNA, but no, they took it. It's just I don't know.
JC DNA.
It was just like a descriptions of him and from the time. Anyway, so you got this guy trying, but what this guy is also explaining is that shrews don't have the same concept of time that we have because they're blind. Which I'm like, dude, you don't have to bring quantum mechanics and shit into this. Like, I just want to know why they're eating each other as asses.
Are they though, or like what?
Like, how are they? Were they fucking and got stuck? I don't know.
And most
Look,
handlers has to do with anomalies in the timeline. Since burrowing rodents experience time in a nonlinear referential framework, they're especially sensitive to these anomalies. The shrew-based Infinity Ouroboros
see what I mean?
is a
They're like, especially because they're. It's like, shut up, dude. You're talking about rats, bro. Maybe that's how. So these rodents, shrews. Maybe there's something we don't know about them, but maybe they kind of hold on to each other that way so they don't get lost from each other, and then somehow they accidentally get connected to each other.
Yeah, like the designated driver was like, nah, I don't think I'm doing that tonight. I'm just going to bite onto this guy's ass, and then they just do a figure eight for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And they're stuck forever. I don't know. There's so many mysteries here. The Ouroboros is one of nature's most dangerous natural disasters. The being starts to accelerate to such a degree that once they reach exactly 470 miles an hour, the first layer of time will be broken, leading it into an atomic level of destruction around its surroundings. I watched a great deal of Friends, dude, back in '89.
A lot of
I'm
work.
so fucking high right now. I believed this at first. Yeah, I didn't read any of these. I just was wondering if maybe we got some answers. I must tell the truth. We have seen the following and advocating propaganda. Yeah. Too much words to read to know. Here we go.
That was interesting, though.
Is it?
To
Was
see
it?
8 shrews in a figure eight.
Yeah, that is weird. It is like a Rat King, though.
If you ever purchase Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1 hemp peppermint pure castor soap, it felt like I was in the shower, but the crack of my ass was outside on the stoop drinking a 40, trying to get a record deal, freestyling all goddamn day in the wintertime. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? I felt
No, I
like
don't
a
know what
giant
you're saying.
Newport in the shower. That's really what I felt like. And, you know, once I washed everything off, I felt clean as shit. I felt like my sins have been washed away.
Dude.
Okay? I pray to God anybody using it never gets none of this stuff in their eye. Well, shit, they get in their eye, they fuck around, have 20/20 vision, maybe 20/10 vision. This shit really fucking clean. I feel so clean that my record is expunged, nigga. Alright? So if you use this, do not use a lot, because you're probably going to wake up another color in the morning. If you ever purchase Dr. Brown...
That would be a good ad for Dr. Brown.
I know it is a
That's
great ad.
glowing fucking
I don't know,
video.
look, dude. I don't know what Dr. Bronner's
The
is trying
crack
to
of my
break.
ass was smoking a Newport in the shower is what it felt like.
I don't know. Dr. Bronner's ad campaigning is just like if they're trying to break into a new like cultural area.
As
I
I'm
think they
watching
die.
that, I'm thinking to myself, that is the most pepperminty shit ever. The way he's describing it, I'm like,
Dude,
it's
it
like,
is. Have you
pow!
ever used it?
No, but I mean, obviously it's like super fucking pepperminty.
So are you familiar with Dr. Bronner's in general?
I mean, I went to high school with one of Dr. Bronner's kids, but we never talked soap. You know what I mean? He was a fucking weirdo.
Dude, I know
I
you're
don't know
I know
anything.
you're probably joking, but that could all be true. Because Dr. Bronner's, so first of all, you see this white square right here?
Yeah.
That's a brick of text. And there's a brick of text on every
Because the Holocaust
side.
was not real, and I will murder a
I
police.
shit you not.
It's
I shit
crazy
you not.
shit.
It's just like crazy talk, dude. It's not. Yeah, you think you're trying to crack jokes, but you can't be weirder than the real thing. All right? You
know what I love when someone's email signature is like so religious, where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, wow. I just talked to this guy. Like a lot of truckers, you get that.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll send you my email. You get it. It's like, his name is like John Smith, and it says, "The Lord be risen, and we will smite our enemy." I'm like, dude, it's your fucking email signature. You don't need to be using the word fucking smite. And it's like huge, and it goes on. It's like, we get it, dude.
It's like
we get it.
email address here. I'll spell it for you. IH8 TEALLTHEJEWS. Like, what the fuck? Whoa! Bringing their political anyway. But yeah, it's just like it's a giant religious like agenda thing. It's
it
like
is
all this-
religious.
yes, it's very religious. He was like, I think maybe in like some kind of cult or something, and they like created this soap. They have like all these different flavors of it, and it's Castile soap. And one of the it tells you like
What is
you,
Castile soap?
I don't know. You have to it's like Castile oil or whatever. I don't know. I would have to. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's like some kind of seed oil or something. But you take this shit, and it tells you all the stuff you can use for it. You can even like wash your dishes and shit, and like you wash your hair. You can do everything, and it says to you have to dilute it. You're not supposed to just use it. You're supposed to like dilute it like water and stuff, and then use it. But
You think he didn't dilute it?
even if you do dilute it,
It's still pretty powerful.
and there's a mint one. There's like a mint. There's like all these different kinds, dude. The mint one, it's like I felt like a giant fucking Newport, dude. You just feel like like everything is like icy and like it's
It is kind of neat when you get that stuff on your skin. It like it recreates the feeling of like when you're wet and it's evaporate,
yeah.
yeah, but it just like repeats the cycle in a different way. So yeah, I guess we now know the answer is yes. Dr. Bronner's Castile soap is as cold.
It is as cold.
MFer.
well, yes. I just
expunged my record.
Yeah, I did. I felt so clean. I felt so clean. I felt like I expunged my record.
That was good. He had like 2 or 3 really good lines in there.
He did, yeah. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Is he making fun of the fastest hand in the world?
And just like that, Sengain Han has entered the chat. This is our... Look, he's got his scrub pants. He's in there. This little girl's like, what is going on here? He's doing a little flip around.
What in the fuck? So, what did you draw for that? Weird, dude. It's funny to me that not only do you find this shit, but then this somehow catches your attention.
Well, what the fuck is happening, dude?
He's failing to grow facial hair properly. Is what's
Do you think
happening.
that's what he's looking? He's trying to make you. Do you think he's trying to send us a message with his mind? Hey, want to see? You want to translate this? 48 years old next year. 49 next year. 50 next year. Another year.
He's exactly my age. Sengi Han.
Sengi Yan. Seng Yan Han.
Seng Yang Han.
This one's got 1 like.
I'm pretty sure it's Seng Yan Han.
Yeah.
How does that video only have 1 like?
I think it's a picture. Here we go.
That's a good comment. Brick by brick, baby. Building his own fucking psych ward, brick by brick.
Well, that I think that's what people say when they get a really weird reel pull like this. They say, I'm building my algorithm brick by brick. I built this algorithm brick by brick, baby.
Oh, so Pachisi is saying this is another brick in my.
Yeah, this is another. They're like, yeah, look at this. This is it's like a rare item card. You know when you open your baseball cards and you got some like holographic.
You were totally not gonna say baseball card. You can say it.
Pokemon card. But you know when you pull that out and you're flipping through, you're like seeing it. This is what people look for.
It's yeah.
People look for this. This is what people want, Greg.
Dude, you know what? I was just thinking, it'd be a good idea. People do those NPCs.
Yeah.
And NFCs.
NFTs?
Non-fungible token, NFT.
Yeah. And
how about if you did like actual baseball cards,
Yeah.
and just took people off the internet. You
Oh,
made the
made-
card.
made- yeah, made
you don't have to
baseball
talk
cards,
to
yeah.
this guy. You put his picture on, and on the back,
It has his stats.
I don't know if you'd have stats.
That's actually a really good idea.
You could do stats.
So you gotta have his stats, dude.
How many?
2,383 posts and 335 followers. That's a solid stats because they're always top heavy like that.
That's crazy.
That's how you know somebody is.
That type of ratio is what someone gets when they're trying to start up a sex account.
Yeah.
And it's like followed by 3, following 9,600.
Yes, dude. Followers 3.
Soon I will switch this picture of a guy hugging his son to the nastiest thing you've ever seen inserted in someone's friggin' something.
Hardly legal, not legal and illegal in most countries. All right, and then I found another one of them. Hold on, it's just. Oh, where I think he's showing off his guns. Oh no, he's doing his Tai Chi in like a McDonald's or something. It looks like a McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Translate. Tai Chi is loose and soft, and then it's powerful and explosive to shoot the ball. The hand speed is loose. The muscles can't be trained to die. It's like shooting the basket. Well, I always watch his hand when he's doing this, like his other hand's doing something weird. Like he's not really paying attention to this hand, so his mind's just kind of having it do whatever.
Are you seeing the same thing that I'm seeing? Because sometimes, like I said, with my Chinese aura, is this like a video of just some lady just jangling big knockers? And I'm like, I'm seeing this because like my Tai Chi is just facilitating it.
My Tai Chi keeps me from seeing the worst of the worst. All right, we got to touch base with one of these guys.
First, you want to get a sense of the flame's energy. Start by feeling around the candle with your hands.
You know what? I don't even know if I want to go through this guy again.
The flame to gauge how far the heat extends. Then do the same with your other hand.
But see, look, he's wearing. See the T-shirt he's wearing. So it's an anime T-shirt from the show Hunter x Hunter, and what he's telling us right now is literally
something from that show.
From that show, and it's like, dude. Look, if any of you guys
Isn't it just another expression of like fan?
No, because these people are taking it like they want to be taken seriously. They want everyone to think that telekinesis is real and that we really have these powers, dude. If you want people to believe this, you gotta stop pretending it's a cartoon.
Focus your mind and
Dude, you gotta stop living like I can do Kamehamehas. Like, dude, we were all like 5 years old watching Dragon Ball Z.
Hey,
being
listen,
like,
Senpai Kai, I do not espouse the same opinion. You do you, buddy.
Look, ready? Look, he's snapping it out. Ready?
First, you want to get a sense of the flame's energy.
So he's basically giving you like a walkthrough of like all this meditation you can do, so you can snap a fucking flame out, or if you could just make a trick video. And I thought once it was playing, dude, this is what we need to watch. Right, here we go.
This is a reminder that self-care doesn't really mean removing your body hair, but taking care of it with some oil,
What's
some
up?
lotion,
I don't know, dude. That's
and deeply falling in
What's up,
love
dude?
with it.
too much hair in a broad.
And realizing
Oh wait,
how
what?
soft
There's hair? I didn't even notice.
and how much
I didn't even notice, Greg.
love
Is that real?
I didn't even notice her taco meat
This is a
chest hair.
reminder
Do you think that's really her, or do you think she
Yes.
like shaved someone's pubes and glued them onto her?
hair,
Oh no, that's
but
her.
taking care of it.
That's all her,
with
baby.
some oil, some lotion.
Jesus.
some
Let me see that leg hair
creams,
again.
And deeply falling
Oh yeah, there it
in love
is.
with it, and realizing how soft it can be, and how much you could
That's a lot of
truly
chest
love
hair.
and
Do
embrace
women
it.
actually get chest hair
It's
like that?
beautiful.
They
This is a
can.
reminder that self-care,
They can. They just have to have really high levels of testosterone. Yeah.
but taking care of it.
Dude, there's this lady at there was
I'm gonna
this
have to go
there's
into
this
a tree
lady
to masturbate after watching this video.
there's this lady on that works at the McDonald's up the road
how
who's got a beard and just
and how much you could
it's all me,
truly
baby.
love and
She
embrace
just don't give a fuck about it.
It's beautiful.
And she also got like
This
an
is a
attitude too.
reminder That
So
self-care
it's like, dude,
Which
there's-
wait, so
doesn't really
which
mean removing your body hair, but taking
okay,
care
I
of
Which
know.
it.
McDonald's is
Some
yeah.
oil,
Fruitville.
some lotion,
Uh-oh.
some
That's
creams,
Bee Ridge.
and deeply
Bee Ridge. Oh, that
falling
one.
in love
And
with
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and realizing how soft it can be.
I'm just gonna let this play for a little while longer.
It's very off-putting, dude. I don't mind a woman having hair, but her
This
hair
is
is
a
there's a lot of it.
You know what, Greg?
The chest hair is the most. I don't care about the pits, the legs too, but that's a lot of chest hair. I don't even have chest hair like
This
that.
is so. You're such a bigot.
It's just very off-putting to see that much chest hair.
You know what's off-putting and making me sick, Greg? Like how this is so fucking rude, dude. This is so fucking rude. This is natural.
She's a lovely woman.
This is
too.
beautiful. Yes, you're right. You're right, Greg. She is a lovely woman.
Despite being hairy like an Italian.
Dude, how dare you? If you don't find this arousing, then
Jesus,
you're
It's just a
sick.
really
You're sick.
Weird combination of she's got the hair and she's into it.
You're sick, dude.
Probably are some women that have that level of chest hair and they wake up in the middle of the night and go, I need to shave it again. I don't even
You're
wanna
right.
see
That's
it.
most. She is broken free of those bonds.
You can. They do laser stuff now where you can.
Yeah, it's really expensive, dude.
Yeah.
Not everybody can afford that shit.
I know a lady that did it. No, she'll never have pubes again.
Me too. I pay her $50 a month. You know what I mean? All access content, baby.
Just what if you ever at some point want pubes, like down the road, it becomes fashionable again or whatever?
It's too late. It's gone. It's a decision. It's a decision.
Drunk for the first time at 5. Witnessed a murder in front of me at the age of 7. Was in full-blown pornography addiction by the age of 10. Was in an inappropriate relationship with a married woman twice my age when I was 15.
Cool, dude.
Full-blown intravenous cocaine and crack addict from 17 to 32, and an intravenous crack addict.
He just said that though.
I've been clean and sober for drugs and alcohol for 24 years. And in that pornography addiction for 4 decades. I
All right,
destroyed
bro. We believe you, dude.
every relationship I ever had. Was a fat kid growing up, got myself in shape. Now I'm a man of honor and integrity that I respect and admire.
So you're trying to tell me
I meet the credential and criteria to fix your life too.
Oh shit.
Well, he wants to be my life coach.
Drunk for the first time.
Yeah,
at
dude.
5.
How does that make you feel?
I kind of want to make that my ringtone. Drunk for the first time at 5.
Dude, everything he's saying is like, I don't see what the problem here is, dude.
The first sentence, I was like, okay, so I mean, I've day drunk before. I've been drunk by 5 sometimes.
I drink by 5 every
drunk
day.
for the first time at 5 years old, motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
right.
wow, how does that happen? That's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing.
Intravenous crack? Is that a thing?
He's like, I was an intravenous crack addict and an intravenous crack addict
In my dick hole when I was 11.
I just think it's funny. Is like that does it like that. He clearly didn't watch the video back, and wasn't. And if he did it, he's like, nah, it's too perfect. I can't, because you could cut that. You could literally cut that out. I was an intravenous crack addict and an intravenous crack addict. Doesn't make any sense, dude.
I love that you watched that whole video and you're just like, he can work on his editing.
He can work on his editing, dude.
He
If you want to
work
sell
on
me
his
a
life is what he can work on.
Yeah, dude, your life's... And then but his whole thing is... Also, and then I find some holes in the story. He's trying to tell me he had a full-on relationship with a woman that was 30 when he was 15. But then he also tells me that he was a fat kid. Make up your mind, man. Were you desirable or not
Maybe
desirable?
it was this broad in the swimsuit with all the coarse hair on her freaking...
No,
chest.
she's way too out of his league, dude.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Would you take life coach advice from this guy, or do you
No.
think he'd be super annoying?
He'd be interesting to talk to because there would be some perspective. Anytime you see someone that's that skewed,
Yeah.
Well, he did not have the life experience that we did. There's no fucking way.
Very different life
So he'd be like,
experience.
so when you were a crack addict at 17, were you a crack addict at 17 or you just into? I guess you probably crack addict pretty quick.
Maybe if it's intravenous, yeah, it's pretty quick. That's
There was a good Mr. Show where they're testing out a lie detector. They put Bob Odenkirk in the lie detector and they're like, let's just see if it works.
Oh shit! It's 10:17.
Are we? No,
Yeah, I know. I had no idea. I have to be at that thing by noon. Dude, shit! I had no idea. It just something clicked.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
looked at that. Fuck.
Out.
God damn it.